This is the Milwaukee Tool M18 Fuel dual battery self-propelled 21-inch lawnmower, and in this video we're going to tell you all about it. But first, if you're new to the channel, welcome. We teach everything related to lawn care, including reviewing new products like this. Now, Milwaukee Tool did send this mower to us at no cost in exchange for this review, but the thoughts and opinions are of my own. So if you're into this kind of content, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, leave those down below in the comments. We do our very best to answer every single one, even if it means reaching out to the manufacturers to get those questions answered for you. All right, when it comes to the specs and features of this mower, everything is outlined right here in this little brochure that came with the mower. Starting with the competition and how the Milwaukee mower compares with, in blue here, the 200cc gas competitor, and in green, the 56 volt battery competitor. So you can see when it comes to best cut quality, Milwaukee claims that it does better across the board with mulching, bagging, and side discharging. I'll share my thoughts on that later on in the video. And with max torque, we've got Milwaukee coming in at 10 foot-pounds of torque. The gas competitor, the 200cc gas competitor, coming in at 9.4, and the 56 volt competitor coming in at 8.3 foot-pounds of torque. I do not know which gas mower they are comparing to or which 56 volt mower they're comparing to, but these are the numbers that they have published. And then we have the full throttle under 1 second, where within 0.7 seconds you get basically full power, 3,300 RPM at the push of a button. And then you've got some of the other features here. This is a variable speed self-propelled mower. You have 4 headlights around here. You've got 2 in the front and you've got 2 on the sides here. That's actually really nice, especially if you're mowing at night or just before nighttime. You have a mode selection for the blades, for high lift selection. So basically it's turning the blade a little bit faster, higher RPMs. This is 3-in-1 grass management, so we are bagging, mulching, and you can rear side discharge. The deck is steel, and the shape of it is enhanced to provide better airflow and better lift. You do have the fuel battery gauge in the back. That's nice to see as you're using the mower. And the single point height adjustment. This is actually critical. I love this. One handle to control the height of all 4 wheels. And on the other side of the pamphlet here, you have your quick start guide. One of the things to note here is they actually publish the self-propelled speed. So when you're on setting number 1, you're going 1.5 miles per hour. And when you're on setting number 5, you're going up to 4 miles per hour. That's pretty quick. And then there are the specs that are not on that pamphlet. Specs like the weight of this mower with the batteries, 85 pounds. Another thing being the total RPMs. I mentioned 3,300 earlier, that's on the pamphlet. However, on the lower speed, it is 2,800 RPM. And then you have the cutting height. The overall cutting height is between 1 and 4 inches, with the 7 position height adjustments in half-inch increments. Quick note here on the battery, and that is you must use 2 batteries to operate this mower. They're basically doubling the voltage here to operate what in a sense is a 36 volt motor. So the 2 M18 batteries are a must. It is required. I would highly recommend going with the HD 12.0 batteries. You can get this kitted. That includes the 2 batteries with a charger. But if you already have these batteries, you can buy this in the bare tool option. All right, some of the additional features include, you've got 2 handles right here. This was actually the most helpful, getting it out of the box to begin with. Other than that, I'm not really sure what else you'd be using these handles for. Moving on, we have a 3-position adjustment for the handle right here, so you can go from the lowest position all the way to the highest position, making it, really customizable to your comfort level. And then you have the ergonomic handle right here, where it's integrated with the bail bar and the self-propelled handle right there. Turning everything on with the start button that will activate the blade, and then your adjustments here for both lights, high lift, and self-propelled pace control. The handle also folds completely forward so that you can tilt the mower up on its side and store it up against a wall in your garage or your shed. If you are going to be storing your mower upright against the wall like this, probably a good idea to take the batteries out. However, there is an added safety feature in there that will prevent the mower from starting up. It must be like a tilt sensor or something. So far, I haven't been able to start it up like this with the batteries in. I'm assuming that's meant for safety, but you know, to be absolutely sure, probably best to just take those batteries out. Included with the mower is the bag for bagging. You've got this plug here if you want to do mulching, and then you've got the rear discharge chute if you want a rear side discharge. Probably one of the most important things to mowing is a good cut quality, and not only the quality of the cutting, but the ability to basically cut every grass blade, leaving no stragglers behind. And for the most part, I'll say that this does a great job of achieving that. We've tried this with bagging, mulching, and the rear side discharging, and I definitely have some opinions to share with you. First, the bagging, excellent, 10 out of 10. This mower will stuff the entire bag. It does a really great job at doing that. Moving on to mulching, I'll say the mulch plug here, not the greatest design, and I only say that because there's a lot of bypass that occurs when using this. And I will show a clip of that where the clippings still get past this plug and start dropping off behind the mower. It's not absolutely terrible, but it's something that I think could be improved upon. And then I'm actually surprised at how well this rear discharge chute actually works. I've seen other brands try to do this type of design, and it leaves a lot of clumps behind it. With the Milwaukee version, it's actually throwing those clippings a pretty good distance behind the mower, preventing any of that clumping from happening. For the overall cut quality of what I'm thinking is how crisp and clean the mower can cut those grass blades out of the box. The mower blade is a little bit on the dull side. Now, it does compensate for that with the torque. 10 foot-pounds of torque, 3,300 RPMs. It's a good amount. So if you do have a duller mower blade, it's giving you a pretty good cut. It's not leaving completely frayed ends on the grass, but you can see some minor frayed ends. I would recommend, and one of the things that I'm going to be doing is giving this blade a good sharpening. That will totally solve this problem. Not really a fault of the mower itself, just, you know, nice good sharpening of the blade will definitely fix that. This mower does do a great job at lawn striping if you're into that aesthetic look, more of that baseball field type look. So it scores some higher points in my opinion for that, because we really love striping the lawn. But that dull mower blade brings it down about a point or two, maybe like 8.5 out of 10, because of that being out of the box, compared to some other mowers that I've used that are super sharp right out of the box. So a little ding on the score for that, but that's something that is very easy to fix. Just a quick sharpening of the blade there will fix it up right away. And underneath the mower, this is what it looks like after about 8 or 9 mowings. It is caked on. The grass has completely caked on to the underside of the mower here. You really don't want to use water, just with the nature of this being an electrical piece of equipment. It's not waterproof. It's not meant to see water under here or anything like that. That's probably why it doesn't have a wash port. So just go around with like a scraper. You can either use your hands or like a plastic scraper, something that will not scratch the metal deck, and just go around and clean all that stuff off. The cleaner the deck, the better the airflow, the better cut quality, all that stuff. It's just, you know, a standard maintenance item that all mowers need. Nothing out of the ordinary here. So just make sure you clean that deck. Another thing that I really like about this mower is that as soon as you engage the self-propelled feature, it goes immediately. There is no lag. The other thing that I like, some mowers, when you engage the self-propelled feature, when you go to turn or go to pull back on the mower, the wheels will lock up. As soon as you let go of the self-propelled here, the wheels are free to move in any direction. Nothing is being locked up. You can go and then pull back immediately. I have another mower where as soon as I'm going forward, when I pull back, the wheels lock and they actually dig into the ground. And it's really annoying. All right, let's talk briefly about runtime. Now, I have not done any runtime tests with this mower. Milwaukee, in their published materials, they kind of give a guideline of if you're mowing a half an acre and taking off only 1 inch of grass and using the variable speed at a setting of 3 on the variable speed pace, you can get 60 minutes of runtime using the two 12 HD12 batteries. So to put that into perspective, you know, it's more or less in line of some of the run times you'll get on some of the other competitors. And I'm really impressed that this, in a sense, 36-volt mower can really last that long and still give you enough power to fully fill up this bag and leave a pretty decent quality of cut. All right, so some of my final thoughts here. I am really impressed with this mower. In fact, I have 2 other battery mowers and this has been my preferred mower since getting it. I really love how it fills the entire bag, and that's probably, I think, in my opinion, the highlight of this mower. It can stuff this bag very well, all the way to the back, all the way to the top, completely filling it up. Now, I do think the mulching is a little bit of a weakness. I think the mulch plug, possibly because of its more hollow design, it leaks. The mulch does pass through this and it comes out the back of the mower. So that's probably my least favorite thing about this. I may use a different mower if I want to do mulching. For the most part, I do bag, so I will continue to bag with this mower. And then we talked about the blade earlier. Easy fix, nice quick sharpening of that blade will totally solve that problem. And then there is the price. I think Home Depot sells this currently for $1,100 with the batteries and the charger. Those batteries, they are really expensive. I've seen them for like between like $200 and $250 a piece, which is largely why when it's kitted, it is that much money. However, I have seen this in the Bare Tool option. You can get that like online for about $7.99. Of course, you could do your own search to find where they might be cheaper, but I am really interested to hear some of your thoughts and opinions if you're interested in this mower or if you have this mower already. You know, what are some of your thoughts? What are some of your opinions? What's holding you back? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? It's really important for others to see that as well. So I encourage you to leave those comments down below in the comment section. Also, if you have any questions, like I mentioned earlier, leave those down as well. I will do my best to answer every single one. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for joining.